tired Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
March back in there.
But, Commander, it's full of
can
monsters
learn a
and traps.
great
We've
deal
dragged out 4
when you're
wounded,
gripping a
and there's
pair
near a
of
dozen.
pincers or one.
Having trouble?
Nothing fucking but. One ploughing trouble after the other.
But what's it to you? Who are you?
A means to solve your troubles. Radovid sent me.
No, it's you. Been waiting for you.
Word was you hadn't been able to get inside.
Till yesterday, when we found this. Doesn't look like much, but it's got power of some sort. Opens the entrance.
Good work. Saved me some time.
We're thrilled.
What can I expect to find inside?
Everything, anything. It's an old elven temple, the witch Isleheart turned into a hideout. Look at him. Fell into some magic trap, then monsters attacked him. Barely got out alive.
Any of your men still down there?
Dozen or so went in. They's all that came out. Rest are probably dead.
Think Philippa's still inside?
That we don't know. Only certain thing is she was there at some point.
Certain? How's that?
We've been after her since Lochmuin. Poking out her eyes weren't enough. Radovid should have gutted her there and then. As it is, she turned into an owl and fled. Flew across Kedwin and Redania, then tucked herself away here.
Time I saw her, Philippa's still in there.
Don't count on anyone going in to retrieve your corpse.
It's a job. What do you reckon? Think you'll find something?
TRISS.
Gotta be some mechanism that opens this door. Missing one tile. Perfect hideout. For an owl. Be a bit harder for me to move around. Great. The Chapter's probably messed with them. Works. Who would have thunk? 8 portals. Make my stomach turn. A remix. It's edge frayed. This is an owl feather. Neckers. Might have expected as much. They love places like this. Damn, inactive. Maybe I can start it up. Should work now. Did it. Activated the portal.
Stay back. Not one step closer.
Sheathe that before you hurt yourself.
Wait. You that Witcher the king was supposed to send?
Guessed it. You should know by now how dangerous this place is. Ought to wait up above with the others.
Not a chance. Those cowards ran at the first whiff of monsters. I made a stiffer stuff. Besides, something big's set to happen here. I just know it. I learn what it is. Radovid will appreciate it. King will promote me. Maybe even give me a medal.
Think Philippa's still here?
Can't rightly know. Sure, we searched a few caverns, but hidden nooks abound. If someone wanted to hide in here, they could easily. Even if there weren't an owl.
What's the big event that's supposed to happen?
Don't know the details, but I came across Philippa Eilhart's notes. Mentioned Ida Emian, Margarita Lo Antil, Francesca Finderbear, and Frangella Vigo. As I see it, they aim to meet here.
All right, let's get you out of here.
Told you already, no chance. Besides, the teleport's power cell. I broke it off. We've to wait till they come for us. Got no choice.
Nobody's gonna come for us. Give me the crystal, I'll get us out of here.
But the monsters?
I'll defend you.
What if you can't?
No time to argue. Give me the crystal.
Over my dead body.
Have it your way. Bad idea.
Eternal fire! I want him alive! Foxy mutant! Right, enough! I'll give you the damn crystal.
Out of my way.
Ooh.
Love letters. Huh, interesting. Philippa dumped some woman for Dijkstra. Right, now to activate it. Must have been a laboratory. Another feather. Doubt Philippa had an aviary. These are signs of polymorphy. Another inactive portal. Missing a power cell. Maybe the Neckers took a liking to it. A tunnel. Wonder where it leads. tower cell. Got it. nonetheless. Agates. Kind Philippa always wore around her neck. Except, why are these covered in blood? She either fought someone, or used them in her experiments. Blood-stained surgical instruments. Philippa operated on someone here. Notes. Charred, almost completely. Can't read a thing. What's this? Aniseed and birch bark. Powerful disinfectant. A megascope. Scorched, covered in soot. Maybe one of the crystals survived. Crystal from a megascope. Heavily chipped.
You're alive. Find anything?
Cremated notes, a necker nest, rats. Nothing interesting.
Why don't I believe you?
Telling you the truth. Awfully prone to suspicion, you hunters.
Not without reason. Grab him!
Dear, quick.
Wounded and tired, Siri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Chairs. Modest, at home nonetheless. Kind Philippa always wore around her neck. Except, why are these covered in blood? She either fought someone, or used them in her experiments. Blood-stained surgical instruments. Philippa operated on someone here. Notes. Charred, almost completely. Can't read a thing. What's this? Aniseed and birch bark. Powerful disinfectant. A megascope. Scorched, covered in soot. Maybe one of the crystals survived. Crystal from a megascope. Heavily chipped.
You're alive. Find anything?
Dust, dirt, and a megascope crystal.
Whatever the hell that is. But good chance it's important. Hand it here, we'll see the king gets it.
So be it. But to the king directly, straight into his hands.
You can be sure of that. Let's go!
His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler.
Oh, you'd make a fine sailor. Seeing like you've been setting.
This is the ship of His Majesty Radovid V, King of Redania. State your business.
I want to see the king. It's about Philippa Eilhart.
If that's the case, come with me. But no sudden moves. Got my eye on you.
Witcher, any progress? Have you found Eilhart?
Wasn't where your men said, but I did find signs of someone doing medical experiments there.
Oh, that's something.
Think Philippa tried to restore her eyesight.
Verily. Empty eye sockets suit her so much better. So, have you any proof?
Crystal from her megascope. I gave it to your men.
How curious. They claim to have found it themselves. And to have saved your life when you became trapped.
Yeah, should have expected as much. What else did they claim? They mentioned the golden dragon they slew so heroically.
Envy speaks through you. Nothing more. You disappoint me, Witcher. Apparently, I thought too highly of you. Get out of my sight.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
The knight from the fairy tales. Did he
Long live Radovid!
I'd have sailed back to Greece long ago if it wasn't for us.
This is the ship of His Majesty.
I want to see the...
If that's the case...
Witcher.
Wasn't where your men said, but I did find some.
Oh,
Think Philippa.
verily. So,
Crystal from her megascope.
how curious.
They lied. They'd lost over a dozen men by the time I arrived. I gave the crystal to their commander. Thought he'd get it to you quicker.
Your word against theirs, and you've no proof. You disappoint me, Witcher. Get out of my sight.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Feisty, eh? Fuck. This is... If that's...
Witcher.
She definitely hid where your men said, but I arrived too late. Fortunately or not, can't really say. There'd been a fire in the hideout. Philippa died in the flames, most likely.
A fitting end for a witch. So, have you any proof?
Crystal from her megascope. I gave it to your men.
How curious. They claim to have found it themselves, and to have saved your life when you became trapped.
They lied. They'd lost over a dozen men by the time...
Your word against theirs, and you've no proof. You disappoint me, Witcher. Apparently, I thought... Get out of my sight.
Boring fucking shite.
What can I get you, good sir? What can I do with...
Let me see. So long.
Everyone to me! To me! Best wares this side of the pond. Long live, etc., etc. Things are generally tidier back in Covey.
Here to talk about the contract.
Contract? Ah, yes. Put my mark to something of the sort. Seems that creatures attacking lonely passers-by, abandoning their corpses in gutters around OXENFURT.
Isn't that something you should look into?
Perhaps, but we've a ploughing war to win. Haven't got the time to clean gutters.
Let's talk about the reward.
Acquit yourself well and you'll not be disappointed. Redanian army's no band of scruffs. we can afford to hire a witcher. I know guildsmen ought to be decently rewarded, but there you've gone too far. I don't have that coin. I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere, but it's still too much. Very well. That I can pay with a clear conscience.
I'll take the job. Need to hear some details.
You'll learn everything I know.
Any witnesses to these attacks? Anyone see the beast?
Some woman survived an attack. They say she's not been sober since. I'd try the tavern in OXENFURT if you're willing to try talking to her.
Like to examine the victims' bodies.
A corpse is a corpse.
I see the wounds. Might be able to tell what kind of monster killed them.
Ask our Sawbones. He'll know if the corpses have been burned or not. You'll most likely find him in the hut on the riverbank. Our impromptu morgue.
Won't give me any trouble with the reward, will you?
Nah, I want this out of my hair.
Fancy, eh?
Oh, will you buy a round for a victim of the beast?
Tell me about the monster. How you were attacked.
I'd need another bottle to get through it.
See, I'd rather you stayed sober while we talked. Bought yourself that bottle later.
Have it your way. I was leaving the inn that night. Might have had a drink or 5. I'm sure I wasn't hallucinating. Something down an alley called my name. It was dark. Couldn't see what it was, but it wasn't no human. Of that I'm certain.
What makes you so sure?
I just know. This thing grabbed the hem of my skirt, but I broke free and ran.
That it? You didn't see much.
Don't believe me either, do you? Fuck you! Fuck you all!
Ah!
True, brought 300 out.
What the devil?
Deserters and bandits.
The witch hunters defend us from monster.
Well, the Witcher.
Are you a witcher?
You the medic? I'd like to see the monster's victims.
Oh, yes. I've not had them burned yet. Must get to that.
You done autopsies yet? Intend to?
Why would I? Beggars and vagrants. Every last one stinking of cheap wine.
Mind if I have a look?
In point of fact, I'd prefer you didn't sniff around.
Gonna make me come back with a written order?
Good grief. Pushy, aren't we? Here, the key to the morgue. Look all you want.
He was drunk. Someone dragged him over the cobblestones. Fang marks on his neck. Vampire sucked his blood. Vampire bites and the strong stench of alcohol. Just like the other one.
If you were an ordinary man, I'd diagnose anemia. But you...
devil?
They found another corpse yesterday.
Long live the
Ranged.
king.
They tidy back in Covey.
Greetings again. So, you got a job for me, an interesting one.
Show me what you have in stock. So long.
For an aching belly. Stabbing pain here, under me belt since yesterday.
You needn't shove. His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler, but a just one.
A bracelet, pretty worn. Silver under the gilding. Too big for a woman's wrist. Attacker lost it most likely. Fondness for jewelry. Wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a Catacan, except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
That Nilfgaardian Emperor can...
Is it true?
Brought 300. Deal of a lifetime.
We don't serve lushes, shavers, caretakers, or students from Philosopher's Hall.
Do I look like a any of the people from that list?
Doesn't hurt to check, just so it's clear how things stand.
So what did they do to you, the students from...
Rather not talk on it, all right? What's your poison?
You play Gwent?
Not with just anybody, and always for high stakes. With you, I might.
I'll play on your terms.
I don't like losing, but that don't mean I don't do it with grace. The card and the prize are yours.
You've been playing a while. Gotta know where I can find some interesting cards.
In Novigrad, there's Oliver the innkeeper. He plays, though he's far beneath my level. Closer, in Velen, there's the barkeep at the inn at the crossroads. Oh, I remember you. What'll it be?
Want to get drunk off my ass, and it's gotta be on cheap wine.
Trouble with the lass? Or did your enterprise go under?
Neither. Just part of the job.
I'll need you to pay in advance.
And keep it coming.
Radovid.
Once was a maid from Vico, Varro. Tight at night, she'd be loose come morrow. Early in the morning, another maid from Vico, Varro. Plowed with pleasure and drank with sorrow till early in the morning.
Catacan didn't hear it.
I see, eh?
I'll try another verse.
That Nilfgaardian emperor can kiss my ass.
Our third maid was not demanding, gave it up to any man standing early in the morning.
What's the meaning of this? Such rudeness and vulgarity, young people these days.
All right. Sheesh.
I sense your blood.
Come out and fight, bitch.
I shall drink you.
Where's that damned catachan? I can hear it. It's going to the hut by the river.
What now?
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism and desertion.
Killed the monster that was murdering folk. Turns out a catachan was prowling the city.
You speak true. But what on earth's a catachan?
A higher vampire. Particularly interesting case, this one.
How the hell could a foul beast be interesting?
This one liked alcohol. Had a hugely inflated ego, too.
What matters is you snuffed it out. Due some praise for that, Witcher.
So long.
Choked to death on 3 pounds of steam.